What's up, guys? So, I've always heard sim racing is great for people that are learning how to get into drifting, but what happens if you take somebody that drifts in real life, such as myself, and you put them on a sim rig? Is it just as easy to start drifting on a sim rig? How different is it than actual drifting? Well, I'm going to let you guys know my opinions on this. I just set this up. I maybe have like 5 minutes driving on it just to get all the settings dialed in. But I'm going to hop on this sim. I'm going to show you guys the rig and the setup that I have and everything that I'm using. And I'm going to let you guys know what I think about going from drifting real cars for the past 10 years to getting on a sim rig. So I do want to start off with saying shout out to Simlabs for hooking me up with all of this equipment. Really super nice of them. I got a Moza, I think this is the R5 wheelbase that is on here. It is the Simlabs GT Pro cockpit. I have the Simlabs load cell pedal set, including the clutch. All of that stuff feels really nice so far. I'm going to be honest, I know nothing about sim stuff, so the review you're getting from me is, I can't really compare this to anything else yet because I've yet to use anything else. But I have the SQ1 Simlabs sequential shifter. I also have their load cell handbrake. I just have my out of love steering wheel, which I absolutely love. The Moza R5, I did buy that secondhand off eBay, and everything is just running on my kind of older Alienware Area 51 computer, but I mean, hey, it runs Assetto Corsa perfectly fine. Now, setting this up, I kind of just measured everything in my FRS and tried to put everything as close as I possibly could. Setting up a sim rig takes hours worth of time. Now, the shifter is just a simple pull and push style. E-brake is just a nice pull. Now, you got the gas, clutch, brake. I do need to change out the spring in the brake pedal. It just seems a little heavy to me. It feels like a car that has no brake booster. So what I'm going to do to start this off is I just got a clapped out S13 drift missile, and I'm going to go see if I can drift Englishtown. So far, the steering wheel, I mean, it feels like a real car. I can't say that it feels like super different than a real car. The only thing that's kind of weird that I'm immediately noticing when I'm driving the car just back and forth is I don't actually feel like the swaying motion of the car. I don't know how much that's going to throw off my senses. Now, I have played Assetto Corsa before. I had the Xbox controller mod, so I've played this game on controller, so I am pretty familiar with the game itself. Now, how everything is going to work is, I don't really know. Let's see. I guess just treat it like an actual car. See, this is the weird thing. I don't know to treat this like a real car or to treat this like a video game. Okay, well that feels normal. Well, the SR car has no power. Okay, not bad. Whoa. All right. I would say that's not too bad. I would say it's honestly really similar to a legit car. The only thing that's weird is I just can't feel the actual speed of the car. I can't feel it pushing me back. I can't feel when I go to enter the movement in my seat. So my senses are a little off. I also definitely need a wider monitor, or I need to adjust the field of view, because I can't really see, even with the wheel turned all the way, I can't fully see out the side of the car. So I definitely need to adjust that. Let's see what happens. You know, I will say the one thing this is going to help me with is definitely hand control. I've been pretty okay with hand control over the years, but there's certain situations I get in where I still kind of fumble the bag when I'm trying to drift. So let's see. Let's do another run on here. Nope. Yeah, spun it right there. Yeah, it is just very hard getting used to the no G forces and no sense of speed because I'm kind of sitting here in my room, and like if I'm locked into the screen, I'm good. But as soon as I look anywhere else or like even glance outside like my peripheral vision, which I would normally do drifting, I'm kind of always watching out of, both sides of my head, I guess you could say. But I can't really do that with this. Unless I have the other screens, which probably makes sense of why people have multiple monitors. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, I mean I get why some of these sim racing people can go get in a car and absolutely just shred it because this is very similar to a real car. The only thing that I would say is the clutch engagement, and I don't know if this is just my settings that I have, but the clutch engagement is very like on off feeling still. Like in a real car, you get that like the slip of it, and then you can like pop it. This is kind of like more of a on off sort of feeling. Like there's no like if I'm just 2,500 RPM and like slowly let off, at a certain point, it just pops the clutch immediately. I'll have to kind of play with the settings on that, but so far, I would say this is just like drifting. Yeah, that's drifting for sure. Not too bad, not too bad. All right. Here's my thoughts on sim racing versus actually driving. Is it a good tool to get like the motions of everything down and to kind of train with? Yes, absolutely. It is fantastic. It is so much fun to just hop on this thing and know that I can hit a wall at 100 miles an hour and nothing bad is going to happen. Does it feel like I'm actually drifting a car? No, it doesn't. Um, you're missing the G forces. You're missing the smells of everything, the wind, the sound, all of that stuff. You are missing. So, do I think anybody that can drift a car in real life can go hop on a sim and within a few minutes of adapting to like the weird things that a sim has? Yes, they can absolutely go probably start shredding on a sim really quickly. Do I think somebody that has only done sim racing can go immediately get in a drift car and be like crazy good? No. Is it going to help them? Yes. This will help them a ton. More than if you didn't have a sim rig. You could definitely, I see how you could get better at it faster. Is it the answer to like, this is going to make me the perfect drifter? I think it depends on the person. So let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, let's hop on a Seto sometime.